What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another edition. This is actually a playoff edition, though, of Rouslin 3 Ball. I'm your host, Jason Rouslin. Find me on Twitter at DFSGolfer23. Or, of course, if you're an Osmo.com Plus member, find me in the Slack channel and go ahead and send me a DM if you'd like to chat with me, ask me any questions, or whatever you want to chat about. This week, though, we are heading to Liberty National Golf Course, which we'll learn about in just a couple of minutes. But before we do, we'll learn about the Barclays, which this used to be. Now it's called the Northern Trust. Not Challenge or Championship or Classic. Nope, just the Northern Trust. And what happens is this will take the place of both events, basically, that was the Barclays and TPC Boston, which was known as the Dell Technologies. And the Northern Trust will switch off with the Dell Technologies every other year. And the Dell Technologies will be played at TPC Boston, whereas the Northern Trust will rotate between the tri-state area. So a bunch of different golf courses that included last year's Aradamanek. No, that's not even close. It starts with an A. It's a good golf course in Pennsylvania and Bethpage as well. So a couple of different courses around the tri-state area. And, of course, TPC Boston and Boston. So let's go learn about this year's venue, however, which is, like I said, Liberty National Golf Course. Now, it's going to provide some fantastic views this week. Set just across the Hudson, I believe, in New Jersey, and you're going to get some sweeping views of Lady Liberty, the World Trade Center, and of course, down there right off the Hudson. It's just going to be beautiful. They hosted, actually, the President's Cup in 2017, and twice also the Barclays are now the Northern Trust, 2013 and 2009. So the Freedom Tower is what I was looking for there. Name slipped my mind. So anyways, the tournament is now, as I just mentioned, in the rotation with the Dell Technologies. The Where to Play DFS this week. Pretty good prize pools, not going to lie. 100K to first on DraftKings, 30K to first on FanDuel. So who's coming to play this week? Everybody's coming to play this week. Tiger Woods is going to be here, and this guy, Brooks Koepka, who showed us last time out that it's not just majors. He can win any tournament that you put him up to. He's in at 12-2 on FanDuel this week, 12,000 on DraftKings, so relative, pretty cheap on FanDuel. First at the WGC, like we just mentioned, fourth at the Open Championship. The statistical numbers for him don't look as good as what the results are showing, and that's because a couple of the majors don't even put out strokes gained. So he's ranked 10th on the year in approach, 49th in putting, but we know when it's time for him to make putts, he gets it done. So Brooks Koepka is certainly somebody to keep an eye on this week for your lineups. Next thing I want to learn about is Matthew Woolf, and he's one of the two young phenoms that have made it to the playoffs with a win there at the 3M. He comes in at DraftKings at 7,700, FanDuel at 9,400. So 3 recent starts after the win, a 19th, a 24th, and a 37th. He's right on that bubble, though, to make it to next week where the top 70 golfers will play at the BMW Championship. So certainly we'll be looking to aim for that. Not many rookies have been able to get there and do so. Colin Morikawa is almost a shoo-in to get there, who's also playing in this field. A little bit more expensive on the sites, though, this week. Last guy we're going to learn about in this is Ty Hatton. And if you don't follow him on Twitter, that was my symbol to remind you guys to go follow him on Twitter. He's really funny. Just go ahead and search for Tyrell Hatton if you can't find him right away. So DraftKings, he's coming in at 7,500, which is not that bad. FanDuel coming in at 9,300. Recent form, 43rd at the WGC. 6th at the Open and 14th at the Irish. So coming in pretty good form. Also, if you read my first cut article, which if you haven't, go ahead and read that. It's a really good preview for the week. We noted that he's ranked number 1 in proximity to the hole from 200 plus yards, which is a very important statistic this week. So take a look at that article. Also, just a player that you might want to keep an eye on for this week. $7,500, relatively inexpensive. So hopefully I've given you guys a good start to your lineups. We've only got a couple of more weeks in this regular season, so if you're not a member yet, this is a great time to try us out. We'll, of course, be having some awesome fall content scheduled as well, and, of course, NFL starting. So a lot to look forward to. And if you're looking for more free content, of course, I'll be back on the airwaves with Ben Raza tomorrow night at 9 o'clock, live before lock. Look forward to seeing everybody then. Cheers.